on the boardwalk. And there's also a bit of a surprise, a little seagull who's perched on the railing of the Aqua Theater. That's also Ben, and he did the sculptures on the golf course as well. So Ben's done a lot of work for the ship. Now this piece, continuing with the New York street theme, is based on a very well-known photograph from the 1930s by Charles Evans of the workers on the ledge eating their lunch as they're building everybody knows this photo, right? They're building the Rockefeller Center, and I can't even look at it, I get vertigo. I have a lot of trouble with heights, but this has been Twiston's twist, quite literally, of that photograph. And these are supposed to be the workers from the yard in Finland, and I can tell you firsthand that looks exactly like them. In fact, when they were being installed, people really thought they were real. Even some of the workers thought they were real. And this guy who's painting the wall, during the crossing we hit 30 to 35 foot swells. We had a bit of a rough patch. He took a tumble. We had to send him down to the medical facility for the evening, and then they took the other two down and put them in chairs at Sorrento. So everyone was taking photos with them, putting things in their hands. And, I mean, it was really, we've had a lot of fun with these workers. But this is also an example of how some of the art on the ship takes on a new life once it gets installed, because originally that painter wasn't painting anything, and unless it was a wood varnish. But we had an artist on board during the crossing. Her name's Clarissa Parrish. She's also done murals on almost every single Royal Caribbean ship. She did the gold leaf on the globe with the Globe and Atlas. She did the murals on the Aqua Theater, all around the pool deck. She was on board for well over a month working on this ship. And my colleague Chris, who works with me in the gallery, is also an artist, and he has a background in the Miami street art, urban art scene. And he came up with the idea, along with Clarissa, to do a graffiti tag, to have the worker buffing out the graffiti tag. But the tag says Genesis, and Genesis was the original project name for Oasis of the Sea, so he's buffing out the old name of the ship. So that's really an example of how sometimes a piece gets installed and then it takes on this whole new life when other people get involved. Now there's also an element of surprise in that top right-hand window. If you come back down the promenade between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., you will see that surprise. There's always an element of surprise on the promenade. And it's a really funny piece. It's the photographer who did all the images in your stateroom. And Royal Caribbean wanted a woman being caught in the shower. And it was a little risque for them, but like the car, they went back and forth about 9 times going, show a little more skin, show a little more skin. We wanted to be a little more risque. So have a look this evening when you're walking by. And
so between 10 and what?
10 and 2 a.m. 10 and 2 a.m. It's a late night treat. Some of them are, and some of them are offices.